Hello and welcome to ABC News. My name is Fika and I will be accompanying you 30 minutes forward. Now we are coming to the Philippines. Fika is reporting here. 45 people were killed when a military plane Lockheed C-130 crashed in the Philippines Sunday afternoon. 42 of the victims were members of the army and 3 were civilians who were killed on the ground when the plane crashed around noon outside Jolo Airport in the southern Sulu province. It was not immediately clear what caused the crash, but official sitting witnesses said the plane with 96 people on board missed the runway at the airport. The Jolo runway is shorter than others in the Philippines, making it harder to adjust if a pilot misses the landing. An Air Force official told the Associated Press 49 soldiers were rescued from the wreckage. Many of them have jumped from the plane before it exploded shortly after the crash.
Now we are moving to Russia. On Tuesday, Russian President Vladimir Putin got a sneak peek of a new fifth-generation lightweight single-engine fighter jet at an air show in Zhukovsky. The fighter prototype is unique and has not been developed before in Russia. It has a combat radius of 1,500 kilometers, the largest thrust-to-weight ratio, shortened takeoff and landing, and is expected to have the first flight in 2023. In his speech at the air show's opening, he assured that Russian aviation has great potential for development. Many countries such as UAE, Argentina, Vietnam, and India may be the first to be lining up to sign contract with Russia for the new jet.
Now we're moving to Indonesia. A system from neighboring countries began trickling into Indonesia. As many as 200 ventilators, 256 empty oxygen cylinders, and personal protective equipment from the Singapore government arrived on Friday, with a shipment of 1,000 ventilators from Australia expected to be received in Indonesia later in the day, according to the Foreign Ministry. Other partners including the United States, the Netherlands, Japan, the United Kingdom, the United Arab Emirates (UAE), India, China, as well as international organizations have also pledged support in the form of vaccines, medicines, and medical devices. The UAE is set to send 250,000 doses of the Sinopharm vaccine next week.
Now we're moving to Afghanistan. Students in Afghanistan have lacked access to online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. Schools in Afghanistan shut down in March 2020 when the COVID-19 virus sparked a pandemic, leaving 10 million students out of school. Students in big cities such as Kabul and Herat have better security and few hours of electricity most days. But in the countryside, students do not have the same security. Power is very limited and the internet is almost non-existent.
Now, we are moving to China. China is home to the world's largest high-speed rail network, which stretches over 37,000 kilometers, and the fastest commercially operating train, the Shanghai Maglev. China has revealed a prototype for a new high-speed maglev train that is capable of reaching speed of 620 kilometers or 385 miles per hour. The train runs on high-temperature superconducting power that makes it look as if the train is floating along the magnetized track. The sleek 21-meter long or 69 feet prototype was unveiled to media in the city of Chengdu, Sichuan province on January 13. The country's first high-speed maglev train, it began operating in 2003, which connects Shanghai Podong Airport and Longyang Road in the eastern side of Shanghai.
Around 100 women and children abducted in early June by gunmen known locally as bandits have been rescued. Police authorities in Nigeria's northwestern Zamfara state said. Zamfara police spokesman Muhammad Sehu told CNN on Wednesday that victims, most of whom are nursing mothers, were released mother after being held by their captor for 6 weeks. He said their release was unconditional and no ransom was paid by the state. The victims were forcefully taken into captivity on 8 June by armed men who invaded Marawa village in Zafara's Mutunji district, Sehu said. Many abducted students are still being held in captivity by their kidnappers, whose demands for ransom has not been met. Some academic institutions in northern Nigeria have been temporarily closed down to prevent further raids. Okay, viewers, that is the news today. I'm Mohamad Rizqi and all of ABC crew says thank you so much for your attention. Good luck and have a nice day. See you and goodbye.